Absolutely gorgeous day out today. We're going to try to get these honey locust trees you can see in the background. I have like 35 of them I started from seed. We're going to try to get those planted today. I mowed a path here. You guys gonna help?
Yep.
And we're gonna get them in the ground. Hopefully it goes good. I gotta dig out a little sod. Try to take some sod out, and every time I've used these tree tubes, it seems to help if you can take about 3 inches of sod off the top and about a 1 foot diameter. That way when you put the tube down in there, it gives it at least, seems to be like a good 2 to 3 weeks before you get a lot of weed competition back. So I stepped it off. It's about 300 feet. We're gonna plant 35 trees in there. They're gonna be kind of close, but it's gonna be more for a windbreak, because you can see that area behind me just gets hit real hard with the northwest wind. Sometimes I like to feed cows out there in the winter. So we'll get everything laid out and start planting.
It's all giant shovels.
Yep. I like to cut all the way around and then lift that piece of sod out and dump that off to the side. And then you got a nice spot about the size of the shovel. You won't have weeds in for a while. And then I bring a little compost with and dump that in. Something good to plant the tree in. It's nice black dirt. Break it up a little bit, get the big chunks out of there. And we'll plant right in there. Got all the tubes laid out. The reason I'm planting honey locust trees, several reasons. One reason is I just want to try them, I just like trees and see what they turn out to be. It sounds like some of them might have lots of thorns, so I might have to thin some of them out. Hopefully they don't all have a lot of thorns. And I also like, there's no real factual research saying they fix nitrogen, but they might help to fix nitrogen. I haven't looked into it, studied it real deep. But they produce a seed pod that's like anywhere from 9 up to the one I measured was 15 inches. So it's a giant seed pod. It's very nutritious for animals, and the trees are good for it's good firewood too, and a good windbreak. Like I said earlier in the video, this part behind me just gets beat by the northwest wind. So we're gonna put this in, and they say they grow fast. We'll find out. Got a pretty good start. We got about 15 planted. Ran out of dirt, so we're gonna go back. I only grabbed 2 5-gallon buckets. We're gonna need like at least 4 or 5 more. Run back, grab a bunch more buckets, and check to see if Leah woke up yet. The city's been hauling more mulch this week. You can see the old pile right there. They brought all this week, which comes a lot more garbage, but like I said, I think it's all worth it. We got our buckets filled up. Now we're ready to go finish planting them locust trees.
There we go.
Yesterday I got about half of the trees planted. This morning I finished planting them. Now I'm just gonna put these tree tubes. I just had enough tree tubes to go around half of them. So I'm doing a tree tube about every other one, and then you can see I got a flag by the ones I don't have a tree tube. Just kind of experiment to see if they need a tree tube to protect them, if the deer will be messing with them, or if they'll do fine without it. We're gonna finish putting them tree tubes on, and then I'm gonna go get some water and water them all in real good. When I water them, I like to put the initial planting, I try to put almost 2 gallons of water on each one to really, so there's no air pockets around the roots or anything. Really close that space up. And then after that, I usually don't ever water them again unless we go more than a week and a half to 2 weeks without rain. Then I'll maybe come water them the first year, and then after that I don't ever water them again. But my soil is pretty heavy clay, so I can get by with that pretty easy. If you're obviously in a sandier, better drained soil, you'd probably have to water more often than that. Is it bumpy?
Yeah.
What'd you find there, Jack?
Cottonwood tree.
That cottonwood tree?
Yeah. Cottonwood tree. Cottonwood tree. Big cottonwood tree.
Can you climb it?
No. Can't climb it. There has to be a branch up down there so I can climb it. Powered on 40 garbage.
We're gonna see if we can all grab hands and reach around it. I'll grab yours. I don't know, we might have to wait till we're a little older. But you guys are little. Come on, Logie.
Do that.
Okay, you grab Jack's hand.
You got my hand.
Where's Mom? Mom,
Yeah, I'm right over here.
are you grabbing Logan's? Wow. We're not even close.
Okay, Logie.
Okay, so I'm grabbing here. We got another long ways.
Let me see.
We got a long ways to go before maybe when all you guys are 10 and whatever, 16.
Did you think you could cut this bad boy down with your chainsaw?
I don't want to.
Why?
That's a cool tree. What do you need, Leah?
Hold to me.
We got some good rain last night, so we're gonna go check on those honey locust trees that I planted here a few days ago. See how those are coming. Should have got rained in pretty good. I just want to make sure the tubes are still on there good. A couple of the tree tubes were missing zip ties, so I got some zip ties. We'll finish putting those on today and see how the ones are that we didn't put tubes around. All I did with those is opened up a little slot in the clay, shoved them in there, didn't backfill real good. So
Are you taking a picture of it?
yep. How's that one doing? These trees we planted are looking really good. These rains we've had have been just perfect for them. That's a nice part. Ever since I've moved out here, we plant some sort of trees every spring, whether it be honey locust trees this year.
What color is the baby?
He's black and white. You see him out there? You probably can't see him in that tall grass. Last year we planted some apple trees. The year before we planted a lot of apple trees. We planted plum trees, pear trees. And like I said, we've been really lucky every year. We just get a lot of good timely rains in the spring and the summer. This heavy clay, if you get good rain in the spring and get the dirt settled in tight around the roots, it's pretty much all you need. Then that clay stays moist for most of the summer.
Pea trees. I took one and I threw it on the cow pasture and one cow came over and nibbled on it.
I think they're called Siberian pea shrub, I believe. Should we take some, see if the chickens eat them?
Yeah. Want a pea?
Did you throw a bunch in there?
Yep. Want a pea?
Oh, they're sucking at them.
Let's throw the branch in there.
Trying to eat them. We're
No!
gonna throw the branch into the big ones.
I'm not gonna see if you can do it. Daddy, yeah, kids, go give the rest to the big ones. You want some? Jack. You want some? Yeah. Did you see that? He just came up with him.
They seem to be eating them. Baby chicks ate a few of those little peas. We'll see if the big hens want some of them. Just throw it right on the ground.
What's
For 'em.
that?
See if they peck at it at all.
When are they coming after? Oh, they're ripping on the peas. They're picking it. The rooster might want some too. Guys, the rooster might want some. Dad or Elise are gonna go after them. Leah, leave it there. The chickies want them.
How many we got?
Is there one up there? Yeah, there is. There's
One
one
that didn't roll down? Oh, that's a...
It's pink.
Yeah.
Daddy! It's pink. It's pink. 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 So we got green, green, brown, 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 pink. Pink. Kind of black.
What color is this one, Leah? Show me.
Rough.
It is rough, isn't it? Behind me there's that the kids are hanging on there is a red oak. My dad bought me that when the year after we moved out here. We've been here 6 years. And you can see when he bought it, it was just as tall as that first limb there. It was about maybe an inch in diameter, about 6 feet tall. Now it's about, I don't know, good 4 inches in diameter. And I bet, oh geez, that's got to be 15, 20 feet tall already. See how tall it is.
Okay.
We're going to see if we get a tape measure.
He's gonna make it try to see how tall it is. So, yep, we're gonna try to do it.
Jack, can you see the tape measure?
No.
How about way up on top?
Yep. Yep.
Tell me when I'm to the top.
Okay.
Am I there?
Yep.
All the way to the top?
Yep.
Or I gotta go more.
More.
Tell me when I'm there.
There. You're there.
It's exactly 20 feet tall.
Whoa.
That's a tall tree.
I'm gonna go run around.
Exactly 4 inches in diameter too. So like I said earlier, this tree was it was right up to this first branch here, about 5.5, 6 feet tall maybe, 5 years ago, and it was about as big around as that branch. And now it's 20 feet tall. So for anybody who tells you that oaks are slow growing, they're correct about bur oaks, but red oaks are actually here. Jack, remember how I showed you how long that branch is growing already?
Yeah.
So we're in southeast Minnesota, and this branch, it's June 11th today. And look at this. So this branch, you can see what started growing. This is brown, right where it turned green all the way to there. So let's just measure that once. So it's June 11th. You see the tape measure right up here? June 11th, and it's already grown 18 inches. Boys really want to measure this tree. This tree is a hackberry tree. I dug that out of the woods. It was real crooked. It's kind of straightened itself out. I dug it out of the woods the same year my dad brought me that. That oak tree came from a pot from a nursery. This one came from the woods I hacked out. This one's a little shorter. This one was probably only 5 feet tall. Maybe 3/4 of an inch in diameter, maybe an inch. And but that one's growing pretty good too. It's not maybe quite as tall, but I bet it's 18 feet tall though.
That one you want it?
I want it to the very top, the highest point of the tree. Am I there?
Nope. You higher. Cat's good.
Right there?
It's higher than the loft.
Okay, yeah, that's right about the top. You're maybe a foot higher, about 18 feet that tree is already. This angle shows a little bit better how crooked. It used to be really crooked and it's straightened out quite a bit. That's about 4 inches in diameter too. So in 5 years, that red oak is growing 2.8 feet per year.
Right here.
That hackberry is growing about 2.6 feet per year.
Look at this big one.
Yeah, that's a really big tree.
And
So we'll see this year, maybe that red oak will get 3 feet. If it's already at, what did I say, 19 inches it's growing and it's only June 11th. I don't know if it keeps growing till August, September or not, but what do you got, that big moth?
the big red moth.
Whoa, that thing is huge.
He was up there.
Look at how big that thing is.
He's not flying away. He's the size as my finger.
Maybe go set him in the woods, because if he's out here in the yard, the chickens are going to eat him. His wings might have to dry out.
Where?
Go set him over by the swings in the woods.
Well, the chickens go back there.
Go hide him in the wood pile.
Hide them in there?
Yeah, then they won't find him.